Hi students, this is A. Mandarikumar Rajesh. In this video, we are going to discuss another non-Mendelian inheritance cross called lethal gene. Let's begin the topic with the definition of lethal gene. An allele which has potential to cause death of an organism is called lethal gene. Then this event was reported in the plant Antirrhinum. Antirrhinum species. So it is a scientific name. The common name of the plant is called snapdragon. And this event was reported by the scientist E. Burr. Then we can classify the lethal genes into two types based on their effect which was shown in the individual. So the first type is called semi-lethal gene. The second type is called complete lethal gene. In the case of semi-lethal genes, they are not able to affect the phenotypic trait of an individual, but it can affect viability of an individual. While in the case of complete lethal gene, it can kill the individual. And also affect the phenotypic trait of an individual. So semi-lethal genes are not able to affect the phenotypic trait of an individual, but it can affect viability of an individual. While in the case of complete lethal gene, it can kill the individual and also affect the phenotypic trait of an individual. Then in the case of complete lethal gene, it can cause death to the individual in homozygous condition. So complete lethal gene can cause death to the organism or individual at homozygous condition. While in the case of semi-lethal gene, some homozygous individuals are able to survive. While in the case of semi-lethal gene, some homozygous individuals are able to survive. Now we are going to classify the lethal genes into three types based on their effect at different stages of an individual life cycle. So I am going to explain the three types. Here we classified the lethal gene into three types based on their effect at different stages of an individual life cycle. They are absolute lethal gene, then intermediate lethal gene, and finally delayed lethal gene. Absolute lethal gene can cause death at embryonic stage. So it can cause death at embryonic stage, that is early stage. Then intermediate lethal gene can cause death before reproductive maturity of an organism. In the case of intermediate lethal gene, it can cause death before reproductive maturity of an organism. While in the case of delayed lethal gene, it can cause death at old age. That is why it is called delayed lethal gene. Now we can talk about the lethal effect with a cross in a plant, Antirrhinum or snapdragon. It is an example for recessive lethality. It is an example for recessive lethality. That means in this cross, the recessive alleles are gives the death effect to a individual. So now we are going to discuss a cross. For a cross, first we have to select two parents. So the dominant one is green, the recessive parent is white. Here the chlorophyll pigment is present, that is why the dominant looks green in color. Here the chlorophyll pigment is absent, that is why they look white in color. Then the genotype of the dominant one is capital C, capital C. For the recessive is small c, small c. Then the produced gametes would be capital C, small c. Before make a cross between these two individuals, I want to make some clarification about this cross. You may arise by a question, sir, if it is homozygous recessive, then how can we make a cross between homozygous dominant and homozygous recessive? Because in homozygous recessive plant, it contains lethal gene and they can cause death to the homozygous recessive plant. Then how can we make a cross? Yes, you are right, but we can make a cross because I told you earlier, some homozygous individuals possess semi-lethal genes, so they are able to survive. And one more reason is the lethal effect may appear in any stage of its life cycle. The lethal effect may appear in any stage of its life cycle. I hope now you get some clarification. Then we can make a cross between these two individuals. So fusion of gametes takes place, results in the development of F1 generation, and it produces the genotype capital C, small c. Then it shows the phenotype aura. Phenotype aura. That means the plant look golden yellow color because of the presence of yellowish green pigment with carotenoid. So the plant look golden yellow color because of the presence of yellowish green pigment with carotenoid. Then F1 generations are allowed to self-pollinate. So F1 cross with F1, capital C, small c cross with capital C, small c. So results in the development of F2 generation. So now we are going to make a cross between these two to develop F2 generation. So the produced gametes would be capital C, small c, cross with capital C, small c. So these gametes are plotted in the Punnett square. Capital C, small c, capital C, capital C, small c, capital C, capital C, capital C, small c, capital C, small c, small c, small c. Then this young one shows green, this young one shows aura, that is golden yellow color, and this plant also shows golden yellow color, that is aura. Then this plant shows white, that is recessive character. Then the phenotypic and genotypic ratio would be identical. So the phenotype, so the phenotypic ratio is 1:2:1, 1 green plant, 2 aura plant, 1 white plant. Then the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1, 1 capital C, 2 capital C, small c, 1 small c, small c. Then this ratio would be modified into 1:2 because the homozygous recessive are lethal in nature, because the homozygous recessive is lethal in nature, so that plant would die. So the ratio is modified into 1:2. With this information, I am going to conclude this video. I hope you all enjoy this video. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much.